Subscribe to my channel and press bell icon for latest updates.
Hi, welcome to Learning Monkey. I am Vikram. In this class, we'll try to understand minimization by using K-map. So in our previous videos, we have clearly understood how to minimize a Boolean expression by using Boolean laws and rules. So the clear explanation about that concept has been clearly made in our previous videos. If you haven't watched those videos, please watch those videos and come back here, because the understanding of those concepts will help you understand how the problems that are there in the minimization by using the Boolean laws and the rules will get overcome by the concept of minimization by using K-maps. Now coming to this class, we will try to understand some basic parts related to the K-maps. These are the points that we will try to understand in this class. So coming to our first point, what it states is, in K-map, K stands for Karna. So what that means, so this is in the K-map, the K stands for Karna, which means that Karna is the scientist, is the mathematician who has invented these, who has invented the concept of K-maps. Now the K-map method provides a simple, straightforward procedure for minimizing Boolean function. So what does that mean? What does that mean is, K-map is a method by using which given any Boolean function can be minimized simply and in a straightforward way. In our previous class, we have covered minimization of the Boolean expression by using Boolean laws and rules. There we have discussed that given any Boolean function, if you try to minimize it by using Boolean laws and rules, so there is a possibility that different types of minimized solutions can be obtained. So this concept has been clearly explained in our previous video with an example. Please watch that video. So with that disadvantage, we may not be able to get the unique minimized solution for the given Boolean function. But in case of K-maps method of minimization, we are going to get a unique minimized solution. Okay, so that is the advantage of K-maps. Now the K-map is a diagram made of squares. The design of the K-map changes with the number of variables in the function. What does that mean? So these are the different designs, these are the different K-maps. So each K-map, so if you take a map is a diagram made of squares. See here, these are the different K-maps for different variables. If you take a K-map, the design of the K-map is based upon these squares. So each and every K-map is having some set of squares. Okay, so the design of the map changes. The design of the map changes with the number of variables in the function. For example, if you take this Boolean function, this is a function with two variables. The design changes from the design of the K-map is based upon the number of variables that are there in the function. For example, if you take this K-map is designed for two variable Boolean function. Similarly, if you take this K-map is different from this K-map because this K-map has been designed for three variable Boolean function. Similarly, this is the K-map which has been designed for four variable function. Okay, so and the design of the K-map will be having the squares. So why those squares, how those squares, and in what the concepts of how those squares will help you in minimization, that we will try to understand later. Now Boolean function is recognized graphically in the map from the area enclosed by those squares whose terms are included in the function. What does that mean? So what that means is, the Boolean function, given a Boolean function, for example, if this is a Boolean function, if the given any Boolean function, this Boolean function is represented by using those squares. So how it can be represented? If the canonical sum, if in canonical sum of products expression, if the given Boolean expression, so the concept of canonical sum of products and the canonical product of sums has been clearly explained in our section called logic gates and Boolean expressions. If you haven't watched those videos, please watch those videos and come back here. And every video in our channel is going to be a part of entire course or a playlist. In order to have better understanding, our suggestion is to follow the entire playlist, and the link for the playlist is provided in the description below. Okay, so now coming to the concept, the canonical sum of product, in canonical sum of product expression, the square representing the min term is filled with 1. In canonical product of sum, the square in canonical product of some expression, the square representing max term is filled with 0. So what does that mean is, for example, if you take this canonical sum of product expression, so with two variables, how many different combinations of inputs are possible? 2 power 2, which is 4 combinations. 4 combinations of inputs are possible, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, and it is 0, 0. The different combinations that are possible with two variables is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. And how each and every term is represented? So these how each and every term is represented? It is P bar Q bar, P bar Q bar, P bar Q, P Q bar, PQ. So this is a product of the sums representation. So in SOP, each min term is represented in this way. And how many different combinations of min terms are possible with two variables? 4 combinations. So if the expression is canonical sum of products, the square representing min term is filled with 1. So what does that mean is, how this expression is represented in canonical sum of products, how this expression is represented is, for 2 it is PQ bar plus 3 it is PQ. So this is the canonical sum of product representation of this given expression. So what they are stating is, each min term is filled with 1 if the expression is a canonical sum of products. Each min term is filled with 1 in the square. So what does this mean? It is PQ bar. PQ bar is represented as 1, 0. PQ is represented as 1, 1. See here PQ bar. So what is the square which is representing PQ bar? So this square is representing 0, 0, isn't it? Yes, it is representing, this square is representing 0, 0. Similarly, this square is representing 0, 1. Similarly, this square is representing 1, 0, and this square is representing 1, 1. So each and every min term is placed with a 1, is filled with a 1 for its corresponding representation. Here what we have to represent? It is PQ bar. So this is PQ bar. This is filled with 1. And the next min term is PQ. This is PQ. PQ. This square is represented as 1 in the case of sum of products expression. If it is the case of product of sums, this is the representation for product of sums. So how the product of sums are represented? 0 is represented by P plus Q. 0 is represented by P plus Q, and 1 is represented by P plus Q bar. So 0, 0 is represented with 0, and 0, 1 is represented with 0 if it is the case of product of sums. This is the way in which K-maps will get filled with the values. See here, if try to understand this part once again. Boolean function is recognized graphically in the map from the area enclosed by those squares whose terms are included in the functions. The terms which are included in the function, the terms which are included in the function are represented in the K-map. How they are represented? It is based upon the expression. If the expression is sum of products expression, then each and every term is represented as 1. If it is product of sums representation, each and every term is represented as zeros. For example, if you take this expression, this is sum of products expression. So here we are having, it is a 3 variable function. It is a 3 variable function with 3 variables. How many inputs are possible? 2 power 3. 8 combinations are possible. So we are not going to write each and every term. These concepts were already discussed. So just for your understanding, I am writing some of the terms. Okay, 1 0 0, and the next terms are 1 0 1, 1 0 1, 1 1 0, 1 1 1. So these are the different combinations that are possible. If the expression is in sum of products, each and every min term is filled with 1. What does that mean is, this is 3. How the 3 is represented? It is represented as 0 1 1, and the corresponding min term for this is P bar Q R. So 0 1 1, see here, P is 0, 1 1 means this one. So this is representing 0 1 1, and each and every corresponding min term is filled with 1 if the expression is sum of products. So the next term is 4. 4 is represented as 1 0 0, which means it is P Q bar R bar. See here, P is 1, Q bar is 0, R bar is 0, which means that P Q bar R bar, which means 4 is represented as 1 here. 4 is represented as 1 here. Similarly, the next term is 5. Each and every min term is expressed, has to be represented in the K-map. 5, how it is represented? 1 0 1, which is P Q bar R. P Q bar R, P is 1, Q bar means 0, R means 1. So P Q bar R, it is 1. 5 is represented here. Similarly, 6 is represented as 1 1 0, which is P Q R bar. So P Q R bar, here it is represented as 1. So this is the way in which an expression, Boolean expression, can be represented graphically on the K-map. Okay, if it is a product of sums expression, this is a product of sum expression. So the product of sum expression is going to represent the values, the expressions which are producing an output of 0, and it is represented, and each and every term in the product of sums is represented with a 0. See here, it is 0 0 0. 0 0 means it is 0 0 0 means it is P Q R, P plus Q plus R. If it is a product of sums, it is going to produce an output of 0. Similarly, 1 is represented here, and similarly this is 0 2 0 1 0. 2 is represented here. Okay, so and next it is 7 1 1 1. Okay, so this is how we are going to get zeros. We are going to fill the empty spaces with zeros for the corresponding product of sums expression. Okay, so for example, if you consider this, the sum of the products is 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 5 7 8. 0 means 0 0 0, here it has to be 1. 0 0 1 0 0 0 1, it is 1. 0 0 1 0 0 0 1 0, it is represented as 1. 3 0 0 1 1, it is represented as 1. Here 4 is represented as 0 1 1 0 0 1 0 0, so it is 0 1 0 0, it is 1. 5 0 1 0 1, 5 is represented as 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1, it is 1. Similarly, 7 0 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 1, so it is 1. 8, how 8 is represented? It is 0 1, sorry, it is 1 0 0 0, it is 1 0 0 0. So this is filled with 1. So this is how given any Boolean expression can be represented in the K-map. How to reduce this, that we will try to understand in our next video. So this video we are trying to have some basic concepts which are related to K-maps. Hope you got the clarity on this concept. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and press bell icon for the latest updates. And if you have any doubts regarding these concepts, please post your doubts in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.